Good morning, my lovelies. How are you? Today we are reading on this sudden new obsession about a reconciliation in the royal family. We'll do some predictions today. Why is this new obsession? What's happening? Why is this suddenly coming up in the media? And in particular, it's Charlotte Griffiths. I don't know. People say she's the new Omid Scobie. What is she playing at? What is she playing at? She's the one who broke the story of the so-called peace summit. And she's had a few minutes of fame because I've now seen people getting her on to their shows, but she's just, I don't know, the things that she says. Oh, it's so good now that the lines of communication are open, and I don't know. There's something behind it. So let's just ask the cards. What is up with Charlotte Griffiths? Why is she pushing so hard for this narrative? Let's see. Time to go, but it's in the upside down. Yep, Harry and Meghan just do not want to let go. And I'm getting very much that it's Meghan. She does not want to let go of the royal family. Buy the book. Oh, okay. Is she going to release a book about Harry and Meghan? Yeah. Or is it that because she was a somewhat known journalist and royal commentator before she started saying these things, that she's more credible than, say, an Omid Scobie, who nobody had ever heard of before. So somebody with a bit of credibility in that area, but I think she's lost all credibility. But cancel, clear, delete, take my energy out of it. Why? Why? And look, there's a book with wings on it. Why? Why? That's what we ask. That's what we're asking, cards. Why? So there's something hidden. There's something mysterious going on. There's a lady there controlling it. Happy card, but in the upside down. Somebody is not happy. Somebody is not happy, and that's why they're pushing this reconciliation. A leg up, but in the upside down. So this is Charlotte Griffiths using the situation to make herself more famous in this space, trying to give, I think, Madame in Montecito a leg up to try and get back into the royal family, crack open that door a little bit, but it's in the upside down and it is not working. Co-create, yeah. So this is Meghan's PR team trying to get Charlotte Griffiths to co-create this reality of a reconciliation between two worlds. There's Montecito. It's if you're not watching, if you're just listening, it's a very barren kind of energy. On the left hand side of the card, that's Montecito, and on the right hand side of the card, that's the royal family, that's all lush and green and beautiful and full of promise. And the next card is in the upside down. Go round and round and round, it says. Meghan's tried everything she can think of, going round in circles. It's not actually working. The next card, also upside down, come to the edge, it says. There's nothing to be lost for Charlotte Griffith or for Meghan. Yeah, I'm getting very strong Meghan energy behind all of this. Another card upside down, Treasure Island. Meghan's realized that she killed the golden goose by stepping away from the royal family. That was the golden goose. That was the thing that was going to give her the money. And she was so hoity about it, she wanted to be able to merge the royal family. But she was too stupid at the time to realize that if she stayed in the royal family, she could have not only wealth beyond her wildest dreams, but fame beyond her wildest dreams. And then the next card in the upside down, a loyal heart in the upside down. So this is all just Meghan all over this energy. Go the distance again in the upside down. Meghan could not last. Oh, here and now, upside down. Truth be told, upside down. The truth be told, Meghan had it all at her fingertips, and she's going to go down in history as probably the most stupid person because of how she ruined. She had the fairy tale and she threw it all away. For what? And then in the Upside Down, new life, it says. She threw it away for a new life where she thought she could be better than the royal family, more famous, more popular. Card on the bottom of the deck, again in the Upside Down, regeneration. Meghan just cannot get things regenerated, restarted. Peace card in the Upside Down. That Charlotte Griffiths, this is going to be the end of her career. It's going to be the kiss of death. Not immediately, but she's going to fade into irrelevance like Omid Scobie did, like so many of Meghan and Harry's stooges. But that piece in the Upside Down also for me is Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is going to spend the rest of her life trying to somehow be some relevance by being royal adjacent. Remember when Meghan said it wasn't even a palace? At best, it was palace adjacent. Oh, get over yourself. Alrighty. So Charlotte Griffiths is pushing this reconciliation narrative at the behest of Meghan. And now we're going to ask Harry's energy. Mystery in the Upside Down. Yeah, he likes to say it's a mystery as to why he fell out with the royal family, and it was over security, and it was because they weren't treating Meghan right. But it's in the Upside Down, so he knows full well that he screwed up. Meghan screwed up. Alchemy, and it's in the Upside Down. That alchemy was just the throes of lust. And look, there's a lion on this card. And there's a boat. So the lion is the royal family. There's the girl with the dark hair. And the prince and the girl with the dark hair jumped on a boat. Went across the waters. Oh, chaos. This card says chaos, but it also says harpy. Isn't harpy like a loose woman? The loose woman that caused chaos in the prince's life. Oof, these cards are funny. These are the deep, dark, dangerous oracle. So what does Harry think of this talk of reconciliation? Is he knows he's caused some problems. He knows that I know he says, "Oh, Meghan has changed me and I'm glad." But I think he must be, even in his dim-witted mind, he must be realizing that she was the catalyst for all the drama. And look at that card. It's like a skull almost, a skeleton. It's a lady's face with no nose and the hair is flying up. Oh, and look at that. On the one side, the hand is actually just a skeleton. Let's see if you can see that. That hand is a skeleton. Ooh, and the word says hell at the bottom. Yeah, oof. That's a very creepy card. It's almost like a zombie kind of card. I wonder if that's his drug taking. Oh, the next card is the card of love, but in the Upside Down. So we were asking about his energy around this talk of reconciliation. And with these two cards here, the zombie and the love in the Upside Down, I think he doesn't really understand what's going on. Why is there sudden talk of reconciliation? Because he doesn't want to reconcile with the royal family until they apologize, in his words, for the way that they treated Meghan. Love in the Upside Down, no love lost. This card there says foresight, but the lady's looking back. Yeah. Neither of them had the foresight to know what would be happening, how it would all end. And maybe he's starting to realize that he really, really needs to get back into the royal family now before his father passes. He's starting to have some foresight that if it's up to a King William, reconciliation might not happen. Woohoo! And look at that. a card of darkness. Yeah, Harry, he's still stuck in that place of he can't believe the royal family did this to him. Meanwhile, he did it all himself. He's the one who walked away, but he still blames them. He's an immature child, and he's always going to be. I mean, emotionally, he's an immature child. Um, Look at that. The next card, respect, but it's in the upside down. He doesn't respect the royal family. He doesn't respect his father. He doesn't respect authority. He doesn't respect the courts. He doesn't respect anybody. He doesn't respect himself, or he wouldn't have treated himself this way. Doesn't respect his children. And I don't know if he even respects Meghan, but I think he fears her, or he's obsessed with her, or something. But yeah, if the royal family gives an inch, he's going to take a mile. He's never ever going to stop his nonsense. Certainly not while Meghan is around. What do you think? Do you think the royal family should give him a chance, let him come back? Do you think the talk about reconciliation is orchestrated? Let's read some Meghan energy on this talk of reconciliation, see whether it's orchestrated by her or whether she's influencing it in any way. I know we had her energy when we read on Charlotte Griffiths, but let's just see. Oh, this one says Dragling Garden, and it says a new world is born, but it's in the upside down. So Meghan is trying from behind the scenes to manipulate not necessarily a royal reconciliation, but some kind of contact with the royal family so that she can be more relevant. The next card is the mermaid in the koi pond. There's a beautiful mermaid and the koi fish next to it. And that to me is, I used to get this card a lot when Harry and Meghan first left the royal family, that Harry trying to mimic the royal family, but I'm getting now that this is Meghan trying to mimic the royal family and failing dismally. She's realizing that without that royal connection, she's fading into obscurity. Bats in the belfry, and it says you can achieve great things. Wow. She's still high on her own supply, as people say. She still thinks that she can not necessarily reconcile with the royal family, but use the fame of the royal family to be successful. And isn't it interesting? The girl in this photo, in this image, she's got a red dress on, which always reminds me of when she walked the red carpet at that children's hospital thing. But look, the fishnet stockings, which I've never noticed before. And also bats. That to me is batshit crazy. Basically, she's not in touch, or she's a bit out of touch with reality. What do you think? What do you think? Where do you think this talk of reconciliation is heading? I'm getting that she's putting it out there so that she likes to try and create things by putting out news stories and then hoping to embarrass people into doing what she says is already happening. So, and I think that's what she's doing with the Netflix deal as well, saying that, oh, it's going to continue in the hopes that they will be embarrassed into continuing it. So let's see more. Oof, this one was upside down. The time has come. The time is to act now, and it's in the upside down. She's too late. She's too late. This royal reconciliation is too late. If they hadn't been so obnoxious and insulting and destructive to the royal family, they could have still kept their association with the royal family, appearing on, high days and holidays and being celebrated as family members, not working members. The phoenix and the waning of the moon. Something is about to end for now in the upside down. She's not going to let her association end with the royal family. And this card here reminds me of the Freedom Flight. And there she is. And there's her ginger pet under her arm. She's got the claw going, holding him tight, making him abandon everything that he's grown up with and stood for. I really appreciate those of you that comment consistently. Even just an emoji really helps out the channel. So let's see. Butterflies in gloom. She's getting gloomy. She doesn't know why people don't think she's as wonderful as she thinks she is. So I'm getting from this, if there is a royal reconciliation, it's going to be personal with Harry and not with Meghan. But yeah, she's again going to play the victim card. Oh, and there's the freedom flight again. Poe's brave fighter says, "You will not let fear stop you this time." And look, there's old Harry, and there's Meghan, the pilot, calling the shots. Ooh, and look here, behind her back, that actually looks like a vial of, I don't know, medication, illicit substances, I don't know. She's going to do what she's going to do. And so if there is a move towards royal reconciliation, she's going to be throwing a hissy fit, and she's going to be all up in the center of it. So yeah, I'm getting that she's in the pilot seat. She's driving this this insistence on, oh, the doors are open. And then the next card, it says, "I am reborn," but it's in the upside down. It's not going to work. It's not going to work certainly not going to work for Meghan. Harry might be brought back into the family under Charles's wing. You know, Harry and Charles might reconcile, but there's not going to be a big fat invitation for Harry and Meghan to rejoin as working royals, and Meghan's manipulation behind the scenes might bring Charles and Harry, you know, in the same room, maybe, but it's definitely not going to cause Meghan to be reconciled with the royal family anytime soon. Yeah, it's just wishful thinking on her part. Remember to like if you do and subscribe if you haven't, and may the angels walk with you now and always.